You look at quite a few estate plans. Obviously, folks always, come in, they bring their documents, and maybe there's some older trusts, or maybe even there's some relatively new trusts. I guess, what are some of the common mistakes that you see, or maybe some of the things that are often overlooked when people do planning?
So some of them are almost visual. When you look at the estate plan, sometimes you'll see trusts from many, many years ago that have just never been looked at. Sure. They're very simplistic trusts, and the trust may not even have assets connected to them.
Yeah, maybe they had a couple $100,000 when they set it up, and they've done really well for themselves, and they've never made that adjustment. Yeah.
Yep. Oftentimes you'll see people that have named siblings in fiduciary roles, and now their children are old enough to name the children in some of those fiduciary roles. Sometimes you'll see people whose family circumstances have changed, where they've had a marriage and a divorce, or they've got a blended family, and they haven't updated the plan. And sometimes it's, they're naming people in the documents that shouldn't be in there anymore. Sure. Those are examples of people who haven't kept the documents up. I think another one is when people don't have a clear idea of the net value of their estate and the estate tax obligation that comes with it, and they think that an old trust or a trust that hasn't been maintained is still going to do what they need it to do, and they've really outgrown that. Just like I think sometimes people can outgrow advisors as their estates grow. They need to get more sophisticated planners, and those planners have to understand the tools of the trade when it comes to taxation and trust, and that's why we like SHP so much. You guys understand these things. Sometimes their estates grow faster than they really realize, right, and they need to upgrade their plan to suit it. Oftentimes I also see funding issues where clients will name, for instance, minor children as beneficiaries in life insurance or retirement accounts and things of that nature, or individuals.
We've seen some like old 401ks where someone had like their mom as beneficiary, and they were married, had millions of, they were well off. It's like, it probably shouldn't be the case.
Absolutely catch it.
And the spouse looks at like, wait, what? I'm not the beneficiary?
Yeah.
And I set this up before we married,
Never made the adjustment.
Never made the adjustment.
Another common plan issue that I see in my field, oftentimes clients will have gone to just an attorney who's just a friendly face and maybe a nice person, but not specialized in estate planning. Yeah. Maybe they went to somebody who handled a different kind of legal matter for them, or an attorney that works in a general purpose law firm that's not specialized in estate planning, and you can see it reflected in the quality of the documents. So I think sometimes clients, when it comes to estate planning, they don't necessarily give it the gravity that it needs to say, you really need to specialize and update this plan, whoever you're working with.
That's what we love about McManus estate planning is your focus is estate planning. It's not, if someone's getting divorced, we're not sending them to you.